Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Next Gen MLM Hacks Radio. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and I look forward to connecting with you more in these upcoming videos that I have planned for you guys. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for hanging in there with me. For either one of you guys, this is going to be so much packed information that you guys will want to stay around to listen to. And today's topic is going to be about extra streams of income. We got into network marketing with dreams and hopes that it will change our lives and financial futures. Soon we realized that most everything being taught are either old, outdated tactics or worn-out sales methods creating broken relationships. On top of that, we're held back from our network marketing companies to innovate and advance the industry on the internet. What's so wrong with using the internet to grow our teams and businesses? This podcast will show serious network marketers like you and me are burning the boats and liberating ourselves from archaic and backward methods. By the way, we're creating massive movements without nagging our family and friends. Follow this podcast while I uncover fresh, current methods I'm using to build my global team and get people asking to join my team. Finally, there's an exciting brand new way without all those slow, restrictive, and outdated methods. My name is Eric Su, and welcome to Next Gen MLM Hacks Radio. Hey guys, before diving into this episode, I'm excited to announce my new ebook called Network Marketing Rebooted. It's your first ever foundational playbook for network marketers from Next Gen MLM Hacks that gives you the latest who, what, and how methods for starting your network marketing business online. It's not about learning these methods and strategies for the sake of knowledge. It's about being prepared to grow a network marketing business online that is growing for years to come. You deserve it. You don't want to feel lost or frustrated in the process, so Network Marketing Rebooted is written in simple to understand words. This allows you to easily apply the concepts without confusion. Imagine growing your business online with new leads coming to you within 48 hours from reading this. To grab your free copy, visit www.networkmarketingrebooted.com to instantly download it into your inbox. And a lot of these things that I'm going to be talking about, I've done myself. And so I know firsthand whether or not they work or not. And so some of you guys may be thinking, well, you know, there's so many things and options out there. What works, what doesn't work. And I'm here to tell you that a lot of the things I'm going to be talking about does work. And so there's no particular order, but I want to say that these are all very possible ways that you can earn extra income in 2020 this year, okay? And so let's get right to it. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about today is that there's really two different ways in my mind how people make money nowadays. Number one, they can trade time for money, and this is a lot of in-person stuff. And then there's also the online world, right? Digital marketing, online marketing, and so forth, right? And so I'm going to kind of split it up into two sections. And so the first one I want to talk about is the in-person or time for money option, okay? It's good. It's great for income right away. And I'm going to talk about a few of those right now, okay? And so the first one, get my notes, is... You know, there's this big boom of transportation, and Uber, Lyft is what I'm talking about. Deliveries as well is what I'm talking about. Nowadays, it's so simple to, if you own a vehicle, to sign up with Uber or Lyft. And I've done it for several years myself. I started in 2015 with it, and just recently kind of stopped doing it. But for a good 4 years or so, I have over like 3,000 rides and stuff like that. But anyhow, the point is this, that the service is in demand. And if you like people, if you like, you know, spending time in your car, if you want to help people get to point A to point B, the option of driving is very, very doable, okay? We do live in a gig economy, which means that people do short-term things for income, and so this is one of the top ways, in my opinion, that you can actually make $50 to $100 a day depending on how long you drive. I kind of calculated that depending on what times and then where you are, I live in Chicago, so weekends are great and the best, Fridays, Saturdays. But if you like to spend like maybe 4 hours, you might end up making about $20 an hour, $18 an hour. So it's close to like 4 times 18 or 18, close to $80. Um, so you can expect that. And so that is one great way. Is it for everyone? Maybe not, but I think it is a great way for people to make immediate cash. And then besides that, there's also the Amazon Flex is the second one I want to say for time for money. This is where you actually deliver packages. Amazon is looking for drivers to pick up packages at the warehouse, and then once you do that, you can deliver these packages. They'll get anywhere. When I did it for a few months, and they'll pay like $18 an hour, and so you have, let's just say, 5 o'clock to about 8 o'clock, 3 hour window to deliver 20 or 30 packages. So you drive around in this local area where they have all these packages, and you just go to each location. They have an app that syncs up each package, and you just deliver it like the U.S. Postal Service. You're just doing that for about 3 hours. You finish your route, and you deliver all your packages, and then you get paid for it. Okay, so that's something that if anybody wants to do that, that's a great option. I know a lot of people do it. Just make sure you have a big car so that you can fit a lot of the packages in your car. I've seen people do vans. I have an SUV, so some packages are pretty big. So it's pretty cool to do it something like on a weekend, maybe if you have a few hours, you sign up and you go deliver packages, and you get paid within 2 days. So not like the Uber where you get paid immediately on the day of, but within 2 days, I think it is now, or it could be. I haven't checked it, but it could be that you get paid within 2 days or sooner. Okay, so that's time for money. Okay, so that's something that you could make income right away. And then, number 3, there's always the traditional job that you can go to: office, retail, teaching, someplace you spend your time and you give value, right? Office, hopefully you're contributing to the company. Retail, you're making sales, or you're helping customers in the retail location that you're at, whether it be department stores or whether it be malls or any place that you are in contact with customers. Retail is also a very great way to trade time for money, and I think most times you might probably be paid bi-weekly, and so it's not terrible, but you could be spending anywhere from 30 hours up to 40 hours a week at this particular position. Teaching, I know, is probably more than that because of all the extra stuff that you have to do, but I think that that's a great way to make extra income nowadays as well. Speaking of teaching, I'm a fitness trainer, so I still teach, and I still do classes here and there, get paid by the hour and so forth, just to make that time or just to make that money. And so that is something that you can do as well. Now, if you want to go another level and spend time speaking, you can certainly do that. Speaking to groups to educate them, speaking to groups to motivate them, speaking to groups to entertain them. You may have some knowledge that other people want to know, and you can set it up with senior centers. You can set it up, recently I set it up with a senior center was looking for a speaker to talk about fitness, and so they reached out to me, and I was happy to do it for a fee, and well, actually, they offered the fee, but anyhow, that is something that you can do as well, which is speak, right? And it may not be frequent, or it could be frequent, and depending on where you are speaking, they could pay quite a bit, right? Depending on your knowledge base and what you're offering information-wise. So speaking is something really cool to do, all right? I don't know if that was 3 or 4, but anyhow, I'll move on. This is number 5 or so. And market research, right? So market research is something like you go to a focus group and you talk about a certain topic they have. You got to qualify for these things, and so they'll give you a pre-qualification questions so that you can answer them. And if you are within the demographics or whatever, you can go in and you get paid immediately after the hour or so of the group discussion, for example. Recently I did a market research for a company that was looking for Asians specifically, and they were doing some headgear testing to see the shape of my face and Asian faces in general. So that's something that you could go and do. These are maybe not as frequent as you'd like, but this is something that you can do immediately, get $100, whatever it is, on the spot right after doing an hour's of work. So not terrible. You just got to sign up for it. Look up market research, field search, or something like that, and there's always going to be one in your area, I think, and so you can always do that as well. Now, these in-person time for money streams of income, you have to work for it, right? So driving your car, you have to work for it. Going to speak, you have to work for it. Going to the office, you got to work for it. Going to the market research, you got to work for it, right? So those are things that you definitely got to get up out of your house to do, and nothing bad about those things. And set those up accordingly, and I think you can make an extra few $100 a week. That would help out a lot of bills, I think. So in addition to that and beyond that, I wanted to go into the other world, which is the online world, which I really get excited about, because I think a lot of the current economy now is driven by the online world, Amazon, for example, right? But anyhow, how do you make money online? So I got a short list here that I want to go through with you guys, and actually 10 things that you can actually do, right? Okay, so no in particular order, but I'll mention one in particular that I do or do enjoy, and it's one of my favorites. I'll mention that when I go down this list. So this is something I just put together, and this is something I think that everyone who's watching this, you can do. Okay, so let's get right to the list. All right, number one on my list is creating a YouTube channel, right? Now, I don't want to dive too much into each one of these, because there's so much to say about everything, right? Maybe I'll do a part 2 and just dive into each one particularly, but from what I've learned about YouTube is that, okay, so you can grow a following, you can promote your items, and you can get a fan base so that you can create your own brand. You can get sponsorships. You can make your videos monetized. So there's many ways that you can use a YouTube channel to start earning income, right? And it's something that I've kind of started early on in 2006 when YouTube came out, but then kind of let it go and really didn't see the vision, how it worked, and things like that. So, but now I see the potential. Obviously, it's kind of maybe late in the game, maybe, I don't know, but I'm still gonna use it. Now I kind of see it differently nowadays too, because I'm creating it with other people, like my wife. I'm using it a little bit differently. There's always the business side of it, and then you can always do it for entertainment. And with my wife, I'm kind of doing it for entertainment, and also using it to create a video memory journal, if you will. That kind of, if I look back 50 years from now, I can go to my YouTube channel with all this information I put up there, and kind of replay the memories, and it's a great thing to have, I think. So, but as far as business goes, I think you can create a channel. You can start creating a brand for yourself. You can start monetizing the channel to create extra income. You can start drawing awareness to who you are. You might get sponsorships and so forth, so that creates extra income. For the most part, the big income though is like using this YouTube channel to bring people to your webinars, bring people to your info course, bring people to something other than, more than, I should say, than what you're doing with YouTube. Because YouTube, definitely you're going to make money. I've seen people's videos regarding how much money do they make after 1 million views and so forth. And yeah, people can make money passively because people continue to watch your content. But you must keep working the channel. Otherwise, just like any sitcom that you enjoy, once you stop making the sitcom, the people are kind of irrelevant until you do another one, right? So if you want to think about it that way, you are some type of superstar or star, whatever you want to call it, on your channel, and you have to keep it going. Otherwise, once you stop, people lose interest and move on to the next, right? So you do have to work it for sure. All right, enough said. Second thing real quick here, the second one on my list is podcasts, right? So audio. For those who love listening to audio, podcasts are great. Why? Because people can take it anywhere. They have mobile phones. They can pop your podcast on while they work out. They can listen to podcasts wherever they are. And I find that podcasting is a great way to share your content information. And then similarly to YouTube channel, which is video, the podcast, which is audio, basically you're doing the same thing, which creating your sponsors. You can create income by sponsorships. You can create awareness of who you are. There's many more opportunities that are opening up because of podcasting. And one in particular I'll put in the show notes is anchor.fm, which is a free platform that you can use to create your podcast. And I actually monetize the podcast, and I make extra money when people listen to it too. So it's another great way. And so the third way on my list of making online money would be affiliate marketing, right? And so this is taking other people's products and promoting them, and you would earn a commission off of them, right? It's a great way to do it. I do it with some fitness products. I do it with Amazon. It's a great way to just make passively this income. You'll be talking about it maybe on your YouTube channel or your podcast, and so why not make it something of income where so you're using a fitness tool and you're going to encourage people to get it through your affiliate link, right? So you're selling other people's products, but you are making some commission off of it. It's a win-win for everyone. Okay, so do that. Now, the other thing I want to just mention, number 4 now, just want to get into this one because info products is something that you create. Now, you may not know what to create at this moment, but you know what? Creating something that you're passionate about is a good first step. Okay. Once you've created that, what are you going to do with it is the other thing. People may be interested in what you know. How do you solve a problem? And then so what you're going to do with that info product is you're going to create a webinar promoting it to sell it to other people. You can let people know about it through your podcast again or your YouTube. Again, those are mediums that allow people to find out what it's about, what you know, so that you can help them with. And these digital products, they call it, are great ways to earn money online. Right now I am promoting health and wellness, and so what I do is I help educate people on how to stay fit, get into shape, lose weight, and I will create a webinar tying in some of the products I'm associated with so that I can also sell these products with my webinar and help people out, right? So it's a online strategy, if you will, to help people and for you to make money. Okay, so info products, consider it. Maybe I'll do a deep dive a little bit later on the steps I take to make that. So moving on to this freelancers. So it's another thing that it's kind of the gig thing, which is you promote your services on these platforms. Freelancer is one of them. Fiverr is another one that you can use so that somebody wants artwork, somebody wants a fitness plan, somebody wants a drawing, somebody wants Photoshop editing, somebody wants something on any of these platforms. You can tell somebody, you can create a project on Freelancer, and then somebody's going to submit a bid for each one of those projects that you have, okay? And so as someone who has skills, maybe you are one of those experts that you can help someone, right? And you can do it, and provide support for someone, and it's a great way to help people. Fiverr, again, you're promoting your skills, and you promote it for $5, $10, or whatever, and then you're helping someone else, okay, with their projects that you can do it. So it's a great way to do that as well, okay. And then if I move on to number 6, this is one of the bigger ones that I think for online, a lot of people think it's not possible, but I think with how things are going now, I think it's possible. And so what I'm referring to is how you can use network marketing as a way to grow your income stream, okay? Big one here is that traditionally it's been always like, okay, you talk to your friends and family and talk to them about how you have this new program or product or service that you want them to take a look at, and if it's a good fit for them, they'll purchase from you, and then you make a commission, right? So the big thing about network marketing, in my opinion, is that people have this negative perception of it as a scam or something, and I'll be the first to tell you that a lot of these programs are legitimate because they all promote a product or service, right? If there wasn't a product or service in any of these programs, companies, then yes, that is a total scam. But I'll be honest with you that I've been involved and there's no scamming going on. So look into it, research into the company that you might be looking into, and make sure that you know everything about it, right? So that's a big thing to remember. Not everyone is going to perceive it as something that is a positive thing, and understand that, right? But at the same time, at the end of the day, you're delivering a service or a product to somebody that was going to benefit them, right? And so if you can get over that and you can go beyond what people's perceptions are, it is a legitimate way that you can leverage not only your efforts, but the efforts of others, which is amazing, and you can grow a good business, and you can grow an income that will serve you and your family, okay? Maybe down the road I will put another post about this and dive deeper into it, how it works for me. But you know, if there's one thing about this particular method, the industry is legitimate. The you know, the companies are out there to support people, and that you know, if you've done correctly with the proper ways, you know, the way I'm doing it now is a lot of it is online, and maybe I will do a video regarding how I do it online, but it is a very valid way to grow that extra income stream. All right, so the 7th way is investing, okay? And a lot of people shy away from investing only because the lack of money to do so. But I have to say that you can start as little as $50, which $100 a month, which is I do, and you can start it right away. And you know, get someone who's a investor, or sorry, an advisor to help you invest, and you should be okay with correctly picking certain things, or getting the right advice and so forth. So that definitely is a thing to do, so that you are not throwing your money away. Highly recommend it for people who are fairly young. Start right after college or even earlier if you are making income, and then yeah, just do a little bit at a time. And the other way is investing in real estate. I don't know too much about real estate, but from afar I see a lot of people who are you know, flipping houses or investing in homes and then renting them out, things like that, which are really cool ways to make extra income and so forth. But it takes a certain type of person to get into all that, okay? And you have to know a lot of laws and so forth. But it's another good way, I think. Number 8 on my list is Airbnb, right? So you are doing something that you know, people are visiting your house to rent the room, or if you have a house that you want to rent out and something like that, you can do it through Airbnb. The community is great. The company is legitimate. They do support you. They help you. You just have to be aware of who you're you know, inviting into your house or opening your home to. And for most part, my experience is that it's been pretty positive for the most part. Everyone's been pretty nice, very nice actually, and we had no real serious issues. So definitely to think about that. You can do online surveys. There are a lot of companies who are looking for your feedback. Recently, there's a company that I forget which one it was, but all you had to do is give you about 10-15 minutes of your time to complete a survey about product, software, or something, and you can get paid via Amazon gift card or something like that, and it's a good win-win. Okay, so you get money for that way. All right, for the last one on my list, I just wanted to mention to you guys eBay. I know eBay is a platform that has been around for some time. It's actually been around for, I don't know, maybe longer than YouTube, I think. But anyhow, it's been around, and for sure, it's been around to help people sell their products from home. A lot of people I know who use eBay, they buy things at discounts, Goodwill, places like that sell secondhand, and they will sell these things on eBay, for example. There are many other places, selling platforms that you can always look up, right? But eBay is probably the biggest one, and all you have to do is list your product. eBay will take a little part of the commission, and you will sell your item, ship it out, and make extra income that way. I think there's some people who, like Gary Vee or something like that, they'll go to these garage sales and they will sell something or find something really cheap and then sell it on eBay. And yeah, certainly it's something you can do for sure. And all these online options are definitely there. I guess if you were to make, $10 on each one a day, that's $100 a day. That's pretty good if you have all those options to do all those. But so yeah, but for the most part, I think each one of these online methods are doable. Like I said, I've probably done all of them. Yep, I've done them all, and so I know they work. So I definitely highly recommend you guys to look at all these options. You got the time for money option, and then you got the online option. If there's anything that I missed, leave in the comments. Let me know if you think any of these are good as well. If you've tried them, that's awesome. I know that many people in the YouTube world, they talk about all of these things, and from my experience, they do work. And so hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys got some value out of it. And again, if you have any comments, let me know. Remember to like and subscribe and hit the notification button so that you can get future episodes just like this. Until next time, never give up and stay hungry. Bye.